already live? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and begin. My name is Judge Sepulveda. I am going to be the presiding judge for today's Texas Department of Public Safety docket. Representing the Texas Department of Public Safety today will be Ms. Hernandez, right? Ms. Diaz, I'm sorry. All right. Ms. Diaz, have you been here before? Okay, you have your notes and stuff from DPS? All right, we're gonna go ahead and call the docket in order. So when we call your name, please come up, take a seat at the empty table, and we'll go ahead and discuss your case going forward. If you are here today, it is because the Texas Department of Public Safety has filed some paperwork in order to possibly suspend your license. So what we'll do is we'll call you up one by one. We'll talk about what may be triggering that attempted suspension, and then Ms. Diaz from DPS will give us her recommendation on what she or the department would like to do. If you'd like to contest that matter, I will hear arguments from both sides, and then I'll make my final decision on what's going to happen with this suspension. On some of these cases, we may need additional time to get you paperwork in, so that way you avoid your license getting suspended. If that is an option, we will let you know. All right. Ms. Diaz, let's start with number one on the docket, Rebecca Ann Acevedo. Come on up, Ms. Acevedo. Go ahead and take a seat. Is there a reason there's a sound X printed on this one? Okay, so she's current with everything. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Ms. Acevedo's case, Ms. Diaz. What is the allegations here and what is the position of the Texas Department of Public Safety? 89.26. Federal operates with vehicle and talent purchase, all who suspended for suspension for it is currently serving one suspension period for this being that will not be lifted until indefinitely until. Okay, so are you seeking a further suspension or are you recommending a negative finding at this time? Mhm. Okay. So you're seeking affirmative finding, but that be probated. Okay. Okay. Do you know what county that is in? Is that our failure to appear? I know she's currently, I believe, on a payment plan. Is that correct for that? Ms. on this? Okay, yeah, so she's already taken care of and entered a plea on that case. All right, so Ms. Acevedo, basically what the state is asking for is currently your license is suspended. That suspension is not lifted until you submit a document to them called an SR 22. And that's a supplemental insurance policy. You can usually get them from any of the insurance providers here locally.
Okay.
What they're seeking is another suspension, but they're willing to probate it, which means as long as you submit that SR 22, your license should be eligible to be reinstated. But while you're on that probation period, you cannot get any new tickets, okay?
Okay.
Any new tickets would trigger the probation to going into effect, and it would essentially suspend your license at that point.
Okay.
So as long as you stay ticket free, you should be good to go. And as soon as you submit that SR 22 to the Texas Department of Public Safety, your license is eligible to be active.
Okay. I had one quick question though.
Mhm.
I did submit that I took a class. Doesn't that take away one of the tickets?
No, what is she on a GSC? Okay. I don't think it'll take away the ticket because the violation is that you drove
Uh-huh.
without the insurance. It may take away, or it might end up in a dismissal of one of the moving violations, but all I have here are failure to maintain insurances in my
Yeah.
court. I don't know if it's out of another court. But essentially just the driving is what's triggering the suspension from DPS, not the conviction or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. And I do
Okay.
plan on getting that at the end of this month.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do today is if you're, after hearing what DPS has said, I'm gonna go ahead and suspend the affirmative finding, which is the new suspension,
Mhm.
for 3 months. So as soon as you get your license back for 90 days, you just gotta make sure you don't get any new tickets, okay? And
Okay.
you should be all right.
And where do I send that information to?
The SR 22, can you give her that information, Ms. Diaz? Ms. Diaz will go ahead and give you that information.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and enter the affirmative, but probate it so that way you do not have, it's not gonna bar you from getting your license once you get
Okay.
that SR 22 in, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and enter the recommendation of DPS with a 3-month suspension. All right, that will be it for today. Ms.
Okay.
Acevedo, if you'd like to take a seat, Ms. Diaz will get you that information on where to send the SR 22,
All
okay?
right, thank you, ma'am.
Uh-huh, you
That
have a
makes
good day.
sense.
Here is Ms. Acevedo. All right, next case is gonna be Mr. Marco Antonio Alvarez. Marco Antonio Alvarez. All right, Mr. Alvarez has failed to appear. Ms. Diaz, what are the allegations on Mr. Alvarez's case? Okay, and what is the allegations from the state on why his license should be suspended? Okay. Mhm. No show? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and enter an affirmative no-show at this time. And enter a 3-month suspension. All right, next case is gonna be Ms. Oralia Cantu.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Cantu. All right, Mr. Cantu, did you get a chance to speak with Ms. Diaz before the hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and take a seat, guys.
Your Honor, it's regarding the, I guess the state is missing a medical eval form.
Okay,
However, we've emailed it, we faxed it, we've sent it in paper to
Uh-huh.
them several times. I have proof here. So I don't know if. they
Ms.
need
Diaz, do you
time
know
to
what's
hear
going
back.
on with that? Have you received what Mr. Cantu's office has sent you? Okay, Mr. Cantu, what are the methods you've used to send that over?
Via email on April 15th. This is a copy of the email I sent. Via fax on May 28th and regular service mail on May 28th as well.
Okay, Ms. Diaz, where are they supposed to send this? I know there's usually a designated area they have to send the medical clearance to. Mm-hmm. Board. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that the agency that did not respond to you, Mr. Conte? Was it the Texas Health and,
Yes, well, I spoke to Ms. Diaz and Ms. Maristela, who works
Uh-huh.
with her,
yes,
and they said that they've been checking, but they haven't heard back confirmation from the state yet.
yeah.
So I don't know if they need more time or.
Yeah, I think this is one we're gonna have to reset. I'm not ready to take any action of this, especially if, the possible suspendee has evidence that they've been trying to communicate with the medical advisory board. So what we're gonna do at this time is I'm gonna reset for 30 days. Ms. Diaz, if you can get with Ms. De Silva and put some pressure, I know that's not your all's department, but see if what they have, because obviously the attorney has documentation that he's been trying to communicate with them and really has not received anything back. All right, we're gonna go ahead and reset this one. Mr. Cantu, we'll go ahead and see you all back in August. And if there's any resolution before then just let us know, okay, guys? Okay. I understand, and I know it's not your department, Ms. Diaz, so I know how difficult that can be when it's communication between departments. All right. Mr. Cantu, Ms. Cantu, if you all would like to take a seat, we'll get your court date notice for your next court date, and then you're free to go.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. And actually, I'll give the state a copy of the form.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cantu. All right, next case will be Jesus Maria Elizondo Jr. Mr. Elizondo, good morning, sir. Take a seat. All right, Ms. Diaz, what is the allegations on Mr. Elizondo's case and what is the state's recommendation? And Ms. Diaz, I'm sorry, I should have told you this from the beginning. If you can pull the mic towards you and press the silver button, it'll turn on red and that means we're capturing your voice. Okay, there you go.
On December 2nd, 2023, Mr. Elizondo operated a motor vehicle in Mcallen, Texas, while suspended due to an out-of-state crash that he was involved in,
Okay,
and for not having insurance.
okay,
Apart from that, he also had 6 failure to appears that as of May 21st, 2026, all have been cleared.
okay,
Mr. Elizondo did comply with the state, and he also submitted an SR 22 that he must maintain until 2/26/2028.
okay. And so what's the recommendation? Ms.
Probation.
Probation, okay. So Mr. Elizondo, it looks like the state is alleging that you operated a motor vehicle while suspended due to a crash in another state. But they did say you complied with everything you need
Yes.
to with the SR 22. So what they're recommending today is an affirmative finding, but I'm gonna probate it, which means it doesn't go into effect, okay? Similar to what I talked to Ms. Acevedo, the first defendant about, you need to make sure that while that probation is active, you get no new tickets, okay? And as long as you stay out of trouble, you don't get any new moving violations, your license is still in full force and effect, okay?
Okay, it's because right now, like, it's just, I gotta travel to work.
Mhm.
Like, right now, I just left work and so like. this
Yes,
is
so,
my-
so this wouldn't suspend it any further. This is just a probation, so you gotta make sure you get no new tickets during the probationary period, all right? So I'm gonna sign an affirmative today, but I am gonna probate it, which means it doesn't go into effect. You just gotta make sure you remain ticket-free, and that probation will be for a year, okay?
All right.
All right, we'll go ahead and enter those orders. I'm gonna sign an affirmative for 12 months and suspend that, finding for 12 months as well. All right, that will be it. Mr. Elizondo, just take a seat. We'll get you some paperwork, sir, and then you're free. All right, next case is gonna be Albert Gutierrez. Good morning, Mr. Gutierrez.
Good morning, Your
All right, Ms. Diaz, what is the allegations and the recommendation on Mr. Gutierrez's case?
On January 22nd, 2025, Mr. Gutierrez operated a motor vehicle in Cameron County, Texas, while suspended due to failure to appears, which he cleared between March 24, 2026, April 30, 2026. He was also under the suspension for the FTAs. But as of May 1st, 2026, everything has been lifted. State is seeking probation.
Okay, an affirmative with probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the recommendation of the state, Mr. Gutierrez, since the allegation is you were operating a motor vehicle while you were suspended because of those FTAs, is an affirmative, but it would be a probation, similar to the other individuals. Yes, sir.
What's an FTA?
Failure to appear. So meaning you had outstanding charges that you had not yet taken care of.
Okay,
And she said that you did clear those up. That's probably why they're recommending a probation instead of just a straight suspension. So what that means is as long as you stay out of trouble and you don't get any new tickets, that suspension doesn't go into effect, okay?
okay.
Do you think you can abide by those conditions to keep your license?
How long is that gonna be?
It's gonna be for 9 months, sir.
Okay,
So do you think you can stay ticket-free for the next 9 months?
I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
I'm a driver, so it's like. what they-
Okay.
Wait.
Try your best,
I've,
sir.
I've been,
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and enter the suspension. I am gonna do a 9 month suspended for 9 months. So the suspension does not become active unless you pick up a new traffic citation, okay?
okay.
All right, that'll be it. Mr. Gutierrez, just go ahead and take a seat. We'll get your paperwork, sir, and then you are gonna be free to go.
Okay, thank you.
And next one is gonna be Mr. Matthew Montes. Hi, Mr. Montes. Good morning. All right, Mr. Montes, so I saw that we had previously seen you, I think, in June, and we had reset for more information. What are we pending on this one, Ms. Diaz?
On this one, it was the proof of insurance from the company, from DHR.
Okay,
He did submit one, but then it was rejected through enforcement compliance. They
okay,
were asking that they needed the hospital letterhead.
okay. And did you get that,
I brought
Mr.?
it in, yes.
Okay, he has it with him. So do you need that copy right now, Ms. Diaz?
Actually, he was supposed to submit it to Austin.
Okay, did you submit it to Austin, Mr. Montes?
I submitted it to DPS improvements.
Okay.
But it was there was some miscommunication, I think, and they tried to set up a new court date or something. So I
Okay.
just thought I'd bring it printed.
Okay, can we get a copy of that for Ms. Diaz, please? And that was for enforcement compliance, is that correct?
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Diaz? Okay, so they would need to see that letter with the letterhead?
Yes, they were asking for the hospital letterhead with the VIN number of the vehicle included.
Okay,
Nice.
and it looks like he got that for you. So obviously we're gonna need some more time because I think this needs to make its way. Mr. Want this, if you can stick around until we're done with the docket, we're almost done, just so you can speak with Ms. Diaz about what maybe that miscommunication with that department was, because I want to make sure that that department, enforcement and compliance, gets that letter, because obviously that would take care of your case, okay?
Absolutely. That'd be great.
So what we'll do is we're gonna reset to August to allow more time to look into this one. But if you can stick around, Mr. Montes, we'll get your new court date and then you can speak to Ms. Diaz after the docket is done, okay?
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Montes. Just go ahead and take a seat. Mhm. All right, next case is gonna be reset to August, so we'll move on to number 7, Alfonso Moya Davila. Mr. Davila, come on up. Is Spanish better for you, sir? Jack, do you mind translating? All right, Ms. Diaz, what is the allegations on Mr. Moya Davila and what are your recommendations?
On February 4th, 2026, Mr. Moya operated a motor vehicle in Cameron County, Texas, while suspended due to a ALR DWI DUI refuse failure. My
Mhm.
bad. And the suspension period was from April 18, 2025, up until April 17, 2026. At the moment, he's in good standing, doesn't have anything pending.
Mhm.
Status seeking probation.
Okay, can you explain to Mr. Moya Davila, Jack, that the state has him here because he was operating a motor vehicle while he was suspended for DWI, no refusal, basically. And the state right now is recommending a probation, so that means I wouldn't suspend his license right away. He would need to stay out of trouble for the next 6 months, no new tickets, and as long as he doesn't get a ticket, the suspension does not go into effect. Okay, all right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and enter an affirmative finding for 6 months at this time. And then I'm gonna suspend that for 6 months. He just can get no further moving violations. But his license is still active right now. Okay, that'll be it. So Mr. Moya Davila, if you'd like to take a seat, we'll get your paperwork, and as long as you stay ticket-free, your license remains active. All right, next case is Miss Jessica Vega. Good morning, Miss Vega. All right, Ms. Diaz, what are the allegations and the recommendation on Ms. Vega's case?
On January 16, 2026, Ms. Vega operated a motor vehicle in Fort, Texas, while she was suspended due to no insurance.
Okay,
Ms. Vega, however, she did submit a SR 22 to the department, which we received June 5th, 2026.
okay,
She must maintain it until April 21st, 2028.
okay,
Ms. Vega is currently serving a mandatory suspension for the same thing, but this one will be lifted on July 19, 2026.
Okay.
Status seeking probation.
probation, okay. So there is a current suspension, is my understanding, Ms. Vega, but that suspension ends in about 6 days. So what they're requesting is an affirmative finding, which normally would be a suspension, but they're suggesting a probated one. So that means that it would not go into effect as long as you don't get any new traffic tickets. Do you think you can comply with that? And that would start on July 19th of this year. Okay. Yeah, so right now you're not eligible since there's currently a suspension, but in 6 days that suspension lifts and then this probation would come into effect. So your license would be good. You just got to keep that SR 22 on file. And then you got to make sure that you don't get any traffic tickets for 6 months. Do you think you can do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and enter the finding today as an affirmative for 6 months, but I'm gonna go ahead and probate that finding for 6 months as well. And as long as you don't get any new tickets, Ms. Vega, you should be good to go, okay?
Okay.
All right, and your license does become eligible on July 19th of this year.
Thank you.
All right, that'll be it, Ms. Vega. Just take a seat. We'll get your paperwork. All right, I believe that's the entirety of the DPS docket. Anything further from the Texas Department of Public Safety before we recess?
No, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Lee. You did a great job for your first time.